Focus on progress, not perfection. Ladies and gentlemen, dreamers, builders, and relentless seekers of growth, today I invite you to release the weight you've carried on your shoulders for far too long. The burden of perfection. Perfection is a silent thief. It steals your courage, your momentum, your passion, and replaces them with fear, hesitation, and self-doubt. It whispers in your ear that you're not ready, not worthy, not capable yet. It tricks you into believing that one small misstep means you failed. But today, you reclaim your power. Today, you rise above that lie, because your journey was never meant to be perfect. Progress, steady, honest, unpolished progress, is where transformation lives. It's where strength is built, character is shaped, and greatness is born. Every step forward, no matter how small, counts. Every imperfect action is a seed planted in the soil of your future victories. Progress is movement. Progress is life. Progress is proof that you refuse to stand still. Think about it. No masterpiece was created in a single stroke. No champion became legendary overnight. No mountain was conquered without trembling legs and scraped hands. What separates those who dream from those who achieve is not flawless execution, it is the courage to advance despite imperfections. It is the willingness to take one more step, one more try, one more breath toward the life you want. So let go of the obsession with getting it exactly right. Release the idea that you must have everything figured out before you begin. Start now. Start messy. Start uncertain. Start scared. Because action, even imperfect action, has a magic that perfection will never have. Momentum. And momentum builds miracles. Celebrate your progress. Honor your effort. Recognize your growth. You may not be where you want to be yet, but you are closer than you were yesterday. And that is victory. That is power. That is evidence that you are moving, learning, evolving. You owe it to yourself to keep going. You owe it to the future version of you who is depending on the choices you make today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create progress in the moment you have. Don't wait for permission. Your purpose is already calling. Don't wait for perfection. It does not exist, but you do. Your heart beats, your mind dreams, your spirit fights, and that is more than enough to rise. Remember this: perfection is a destination you will never reach, but progress is a path you can walk every single day. And each step you take, every brave, imperfect, determined step will bring you closer to the life you imagine. So stand tall, breathe deep, and move forward with unshakable conviction. You are not striving to be perfect. You are striving to be better than you were yesterday. And that is the most powerful journey you will ever take. Rise through the journey. When you choose progress over perfection, you reclaim the freedom to grow without shame. You give yourself permission to evolve at your own pace, to stumble without surrendering, to rebuild without fear. You begin to understand that each challenge is not a barrier, but an invitation. An invitation to rise higher, think deeper, push further, and become stronger than you ever imagined. Because progress doesn't demand flawlessness. It demands commitment. It asks you to keep showing up, even when your confidence is shaky, even when the path feels unclear, even when your results are not yet visible. It asks you to trust that the small steps, the quiet efforts, the unseen hours are shaping something powerful within you. Too often, we underestimate the value of the incremental. We dismiss the little improvements. We overlook the tiny victories. But progress is built on these moments, moments that seem insignificant to others but are monumental to you. The day you don't give up, the hour you spend practicing, the choice to keep believing when doubt screams louder than hope. These moments are your foundation. They are proof that you are creating change. Perfection would freeze you. Progress moves you. Perfection demands impossibility. Progress celebrates humanity. Perfection is a rigid cage. Progress is an open road. And on that road, you will not walk flawlessly, you will walk bravely. You will face storms that test your patience, detours that test your faith, and setbacks that test your resilience. But hear this clearly. A setback is not the end of your story. It is a pause, not a permanent mark. A challenge, not a verdict. A lesson, not a failure. Each setback is simply a message that you are alive, that you are trying, that you are reaching beyond your comfort zone, and that alone is something to be proud of. When you embrace progress, you learn to love the process, not because it's easy, but because it's honest. It will stretch you, it will humble you, it will shape you into someone who doesn't crumble under pressure but rises through it. Someone who stops chasing an illusion and starts building a reality. Someone who realizes that greatness is earned one step, one imperfect, determined. So keep walking, keep learning, keep pushing yourself forward in the direction of the life you desire. The world does not need your perfection. It needs your passion, your courage, your authenticity, your relentless dedication to becoming more. Aim for progress, and you will find strength you didn't know you had. Aim for progress, and you will create momentum that perfection could never offer. Aim for progress, and you will rise not instantly, not effortlessly, but inevitably. And one day, you will look back and realize that every chapter of your growth story was written not with perfect strokes, but with persistent effort. And that is what makes it extraordinary. Becoming the person you were meant to be. Now, as you move forward on this journey of progress, something remarkable begins to happen. You start meeting the version of yourself you always hoped you could be. Not the flawless imagined figure shaped by unrealistic expectations, but the real, resilient, courageous you that is forged through effort, perseverance, and unwavering commitment. Progress reveals your strength. It sharpens your purpose. It awakens the dormant parts of you that were waiting patiently to rise once you loosen the grip of perfection. And with every step, you begin to understand a truth that perfection would never allow you to see. You are capable of far more than you ever realized. But capability isn't unlocked through achieving perfect results. It's unlocked through consistent action, through showing up when it's difficult, through pushing yourself when comfort invites you to stay small. You grow not by executing perfectly, but by refusing to settle. Some days, progress will look like a victory, loud and visible. Other days, it will look like a quiet promise you make to yourself. I will try again tomorrow. And that promise, spoken or silent, carries immense power. It tells the world that you are not done, that you are not defeated, that you refuse to abandon the greatness inside you simply because the road is uneven. Let yourself evolve. Let your journey be imperfect. Let your growth be messy, raw, authentic, and beautifully human. Because every extraordinary person you admire did not rise through perfection, they rose through persistence, through learning, through resilience, through moments when they had every reason to quit but chose progress instead. You are doing the same. One day, you will stand at the top of a mountain you once believed was impossible to climb, and you will say with pride, "I got here not because I was perfect, but because I kept going." And when that moment arrives, you'll realize something even more powerful. The journey itself changed you more than the destination ever could. So carry this truth forward. Your value is not measured by perfection. Your value is measured by progress, by effort, by courage. You are building something meaningful every time you choose to take a step instead of standing still. You are shaping your future every time you choose action over fear. You are becoming the person you were meant to be through every moment you decide to grow. Let today be the day you commit not to perfection, but to progress. Let today be the day you step into your strength, your potential, your purpose. Let today be the day you rise with determination and say, "I will not wait for perfect conditions. I will create progress with the strength I have right now." Because you can, you will. And nothing, not doubt, not fear, not past mistakes can stop someone who is committed to continuous growth. The power to transform your life. As you continue to walk the path of progress, something profound begins to unfold. You no longer chase perfection, you outgrow it. You rise beyond the need for flawless outcomes and step into a new way of living. One fueled by purpose, passion, and unstoppable resilience. You stop asking, "Am I perfect yet?" and begin asking, "How far can I grow?" And the answer is limitless. Because when you choose progress, you tap into a force far greater than perfection could ever offer, the force of continuous transformation. This is the energy that turns ordinary moments into breakthroughs, setbacks into stepping stones, and doubts into determination. This is the energy that transforms your life from the inside out. Progress is not loud, but its impact echoes through every part of your being. It rewires your beliefs, strengthens your mindset, and empowers you to reshape your reality. You become someone who no longer fears mistakes but learns from them. Someone who no longer waits for the perfect time but creates their own time. Someone who no longer hesitates but acts with courageous intention. And when you act with intention, you become dangerous in the most extraordinary way. Dangerous to excuses. Dangerous to limitations. Dangerous to the version of you that once settled for less. Because the moment you embrace progress, you become unstoppable. Think about the person you are becoming, the version of you who keeps going when the road gets hard, who finds lessons in every challenge, who grows stronger in the face of pressure. That person is your future. That person is your destiny. And every step you take brings you closer to meeting them. You are writing a story that perfection could never write. A story of perseverance. A story of growth. A story of transformation. And the most beautiful part? This story is still unfolding. You are still rising. You are still becoming. So step boldly into the next chapter. Carry your progress like a torch lighting the way forward. Let it remind you that you are capable of everything you once doubted. Let it fuel your courage. Let it shape your decisions. Let it guide your heart. You don't need to be perfect to build a meaningful life. You don't need flawless days or flawless plans. All you need is the willingness to keep moving, to keep learning, to keep striving toward the vision that lives inside you. Today, declare this truth. I am not chasing perfection. I am creating progress. I am not waiting for the ideal moment. I am moving now. I am not afraid of imperfection. I am empowered by growth, because every step forward, every single one, is a victory. Your journey is not defined by how perfectly you walk. It is defined by the courage it takes to keep walking. So rise, advance, evolve. Your next step is your breakthrough. As this message draws to a close, there is one truth I want you to carry with unwavering certainty. Your next step, yes, the very next one, could be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Not the perfect moment, not the perfect plan, not the perfect version of yourself, but your next step. That single action, however small, has the power to shift your entire direction, to ignite your momentum, to change the trajectory of your future, because progress compounds. Progress multiplies. Progress builds upon itself like a rising wave, gaining strength, gaining force, until it becomes unstoppable. And that unstoppable force is you, the you who shows up, who moves forward, who refuses to back down no matter how imperfect the day may be. This is how lives change. Not in one grand, flawless leap, but in a series of intentional, courageous, imperfect steps. Moments when you whisper to yourself, I'll try again. Moments when you choose effort over excuses. Moments when you rise even though part of you wants to remain still. If you could see your future self, the one shaped by every bit of progress you make today, you would understand just how powerful each small step really is. That future version of you is stronger, wiser, more confident, more fulfilled, more resilient, and they are waiting for you. Not at the finish line of a perfect path, but at the end of a path paved by your persistence. So don't hold back. Don't wait for clarity to be complete or conditions to be ideal. Take the step available to you right now, even if it feels small, even if it feels uncertain, even if it feels imperfect, because that is how every great story begins, with one choice, one decision, one step forward. You are not defined by the mistakes you've made, the setbacks you've faced, or the moments you doubted your own strength. You are defined by your capacity to grow, your willingness to rise, and your determination to keep moving forward. And you have that capacity. You have that willingness. You have that determination. More than that, you have a purpose that deserves to be pursued, a dream that deserves to be realized, a future that deserves to be lived fully and boldly. The journey you choose to claim. Now that you understand the power of progress, a new reality begins to unfold before you, one shaped not by pressure, but by possibility. You begin to see that your life has never been about chasing perfection. It has always been about claiming your journey, shaping your growth, and awakening the extraordinary potential that has lived within you from the very beginning. Progress reveals something perfection never could: your ownership of your own story. Every chapter you've lived, every triumph, every setback, every moment you felt lost has led you here. Not to a flawless place, but to a foundational place. A place where you can build with intention, a place where you can rise with awareness, a place where you can see your life not as a series of mistakes, but as a series of evolutions. You are not who you were yesterday. You are not limited by the doubts you once believed. You are not trapped by the moments you wish you could rewrite. You are becoming, growing, shifting, elevating. This is the beauty of progress. It allows you to transform without abandoning who you are. It grants you the grace to evolve without demanding that you erase your past. It teaches you that your imperfections are not flaws, they are fingerprints of your humanity. Proof that you are alive, learning, adapting, and continuing forward despite every challenge. It is easy to underestimate yourself. Easy to think your steps are too small, your efforts too late, your dreams too distant. But remember this: small steps compound, repeated efforts accumulate, and dreams draw closer each time you take action. You are building momentum, even on days when it feels like you're standing still. You are strengthening your foundation even when progress seems invisible. You are moving forward every time you refuse to give up on yourself. So choose to claim your journey. Choose to own your growth. Choose to believe that your life can expand in ways you've never experienced before. Stand in the truth that you do not need to be flawless to be powerful. You do not need to be perfect to be worthy. You do not need to be certain to begin. You only need the courage to keep showing up, because every step you take, every imperfect, determined, heartfelt step pulls you closer to the person you're becoming. And that person is strong. That person is resilient. That person is intentional, driven, aligned, and unstoppable. You are not just walking a path, you are building one. With your effort, with your choices, with your unwavering willingness to grow, becoming the force that cannot be denied. As you walk deeper into your journey of progress, you begin to notice something shifting not around you, but within you. The doubts that once controlled your decisions start to lose their grip. The fears that once held you back begin to fade. The hesitation that once silenced your potential starts dissolving before your eyes. Why? Because you are becoming something extraordinary, a force that cannot be denied. Not because you are perfect, not because everything is easy, not because your path is without obstacles, but because you have made a decision, a powerful, unshakable decision to keep moving forward. That decision alone separates you from the version of yourself that once felt trapped. It separates you from the people who wait for perfection before they act. It separates you from the world that expects flawless execution before courage is recognized. You are not waiting. You are creating. You are advancing. You are becoming. And each time you rise even a little, your inner power expands. Your vision sharpens. Your belief solidifies. You transform from someone who hoped progress was possible into someone who knows it is inevitable, because you are the one making it happen. Look at how far you've come, not in miles, but in mindset. You've already proven that you have the strength to evolve. You've already demonstrated that you can face challenges with resilience. You've already shown that you can walk through uncertainty and still move forward. And now, your journey asks you to step into an even greater truth. You are not fragile. You are not limited. You are not defined by the weight of your imperfections. You are a builder of progress, a seeker of growth, a creator of your own transformation. You are a force, one driven by courage, strengthened by persistence, and elevated by every lesson you've survived. It's time to trust that, fully, completely, unapologetically. Trust that you can create the future you desire. Trust that your effort will produce results. Trust that your progress is reshaping you into someone remarkable. Because when you trust your own growth, you step into a new level of power, a power that cannot be dimmed, denied, or diminished. From this point forward, you are not simply walking the path of progress, you are commanding it. You are owning your evolution. You are rising with intention, and the world will feel the impact of the person you are becoming. So keep moving forward with conviction. Keep believing in the strength beneath your uncertainty. Keep expanding into the force you were always meant to be, because you are not done. You are not finished. You are just beginning to understand your own power. This is your journey. This is your rise. Keep moving. Keep growing. Keep choosing progress, because progress will always lead you forward.